all the way to the golf ball, and I'm gonna find something in the way. Then it becomes all speed, and you're just gonna hit it over that spot you identified, okay? Take the one mistake we can't have happen out of play, and if we do hit something long, big deal, at least we're finding the golf ball and hitting it again. We're taking a big number out of play. Same thing as your lag putt mentality. I mean, pretend the hole is this big, and you're just trying to chip it up there and let it run in. Story well known about Matt Kuchar. He was a young man who won a U.S. Amateur. He was a great, great amateur player, one of the best, went to Georgia Tech, and he turned pro, and he didn't do anything for 10 years. Okay, 10 years. It was hard to get his card, couldn't stay on the tours. And finally, after about 10 years, he said to himself, you know what? He goes, when I play good, I'm always smiling. And if I'm not playing good, I know I'm not smiling and I'm unhappy. So if I smile more on the golf course and I'm happier, my chances of playing good go up because I know that when I play good, I'm smiling and I'm happy, right? And so what he started doing was he just started smiling more on the golf course and he started bringing more positive energy to himself on the golf course, and all of a sudden, boom, he becomes a great Matt Kuchar that everybody knows now, who worked himself to one of the top, 20 players in the world, great Ryder Cup player. What you got?
197.
Okay, we can look at the tops of the trees, and we can see a big breeze. What was the number?
197.
What do you got?
Hitting 5.
Okay, bring 4 too.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, we got 5 and 4, we got an elevated tee, we know there's wind up there and there's water short.
Yeah.
So I look at this hole, and again, every hole on course management is about situational awareness. So the situation here is that I've got more wind than I can feel. I've got kind of a frontish pin, and I've got water short. What's the one thing that can't happen here?
Can't leave it short.
Can't leave it short.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of in between clubs. I grabbed a 5, but I know this hole and I know the wind, and I know we can't feel the wind like right now we can feel. That wasn't the wind that you read.
Yeah.
And we know that if we take a 5 and we hit it our regular yard, it's going to create a lot of spin. You're already a high spin player. And with the water short, I'd love to see a little bit more of a 4-iron and a more controlled paced swing.
Yeah.
To take some spin off, to make sure we take the one mistake we can't have happen out of play. And if we do hit something long, big deal, at least we're finding the golf ball and hitting it again. We're taking a big number out of play.
Yeah.
Okay? So I would say let's go 4-iron, let's choke down a little bit.
Okay.
Let's maybe go shoulder to shoulder, be a little bit more smooth.
All right.
Hit it, wind.
Cut.
It's okay, didn't quite see it down, but should be right up there just fine.
Did not see that far.
So we got ball pin high here, right? And really, again, it's a little unfair because I play this course every day. I know the holes and I know what players can feel and what they can't. But our little 4-iron, right, was hole high, and if we, yes, we would go with a 5-iron harder, but again, you got to think you're creating more spin. You're hitting a cut into the wind. So much opportunity to hit it short there, right? So really, again, just by the club we picked there, we very easily could have saved ourselves a whole shot by not hitting it in the water.
Yeah.
So you're in a good spot here. You're just going to work to get it up and down. Ball's above your feet. Again, the things I think you got to see are your landing spots. You're trying to give yourself a nice, big, safe area of consistency where the ball could hit here or here, and it's going to do the same thing. And then it's going to trickle out, and you're going to hopefully get it rolling and get it into, a 3-foot circle, which is really going to be same thing as your lag putt mentality. I mean, pretend the hole is this big and you're just trying to chip it up there and let it run in. Again, if I was your caddy putting you on a spot, I would be looking somewhere kind of like up here.
Yeah.
It's going to hit up here. Now here's the thing, if this thing comes out too low and hot, it's not taking the break and it's going way high and long. If this thing doesn't come out enough and it stops here, it could go way down here. So it's almost like this is a speed chip. It's really about your contact and your height and your landing spot. You've got to be really precise with this, but do you really? You have this whole area here, you could hit it in anywhere and it's going to turn out okay, as long as it comes out the way you want.
Yeah.
All right? We're above the hole. Okay, so does a low shot from the ball back make sense here?
No.
No. This has got to be ball forward and got to be face open, and it's got to be much more of the high shot in the mentality. That's why I said it was kind of the speed play, right? Is we need to feel that ball get more up in the air so it can die and come down softly, right? So I want you to put the ball forward. I want you to get the face open, and I want you to try to use no wrist and come dead across the golf ball, all right? Almost go a little more out on the way back and across on the way through, and just pop it up there. There you go, better. And we hit it a little bit long, but you can see it bite now and come down, okay? Again, all by shot selection and setup. It wasn't changing a skill there, it was just making sure what you were intending to do matched up with what had to happen, okay? Neither one of us hit perfect shots there, but both of us had 3 or 4 feet. And when you're picking the right shots and you're attentive to the setup above the hole, I mean, if I had to land it in long, heavy rough there, that's when I would be playing the low shot. If I needed to bounce once or twice in long rough, I would play it low out there, right? Here's a great opportunity again for I got you here,
Thank you.
for a short putt to test. Great rule, right? I always like to try to read the putts from below the hole. Okay, you're gonna see more. You can see something from behind the golf ball there. You'll see a lot here.
Yeah.
You'll see a little bit from over there. Where you won't see much from is up there. So there's no reason to go up there. But what we wanna do is we wanna work our way back from the hole. This is a right to left putt, right? So this ball's gotta go in. If I bisected this hole into 4 quadrants, it's gotta go in up here,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm gonna work my way back from this point all the way to the golf ball, and I'm gonna find something in the way. Then it becomes all speed, and you're just gonna hit it over that spot you identified, okay? Lovely. All right, same process over and over every time. You start with the hole and you bisect it and you say, okay, which sector of the hole does it have to go in? Work your way back from the entry point, all right?
Yeah.
It's really hard to find a spot going from your ball to the hole,
Yeah.
but it's really easy to find a spot coming from the hole back to your ball, okay?
Yeah.
And your process, again, with your putting is just see spot, hit spot,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And you try to really take any emotional attachment out of it. And again, most of the time, trust your first look. You know, it's when you miss the first one that you sit there with the caddy and you're like, wait, what is it? Is it that or that or that? If you see both ways ever, it's normally straight, right?